Hello, everyone. If you like a book that is nothing but good slashery fun, and yet subverts that genre kind of in a very good way, oh man, you are in for a treat today with this book. I started reading it. I loved it. Let's just talk about all that right now. So the book we're going to be talking about today is called CIRQUE BERSERK by Jessica Guess. And this is part of the Rewind or Die series of books. With different authors wrote different books on different subjects, but they all kind of had that throwback feel to the old movies and things like that from the 80s, I guess you could say. And this book I would describe basically as Breakfast Club meets Friday the 13th. And how can you go wrong with that? You cannot. I love this book. I want to get this. I want to say that right out front. This was a fantastic book. It's a full-length book, but I read it in one sitting. That is very rare for me. This is only the second time of any book I've reviewed on this channel where I can say I started it and finished it all at once because I didn't want to stop reading. That's how good it is. This is just good old slashery, fun and games, and as you're reading it, you can see a movie playing in your head. I really wish it was a movie because it'll give you them throwback vibes. And it was just a lot of fun for me to read. Not a lot of fun for the characters, because they don't do so well, but it was a lot of fun for me to read, and of course I'm going to highly recommend it. But basically what you have are a group of teenagers who are out one night for their senior night, and the place they went didn't really do it for them, so they're all looking for ideas. What else can we do? We're on this party bus. They have a party bus, and they have it for the whole night. So they still have time to go do something else. Somebody suggests an abandoned, supposedly haunted circus/carnival that sits a ways right outside their town. It's a ways off, but still. And we all know if there's a haunted carnival, a haunted abandoned carnival in your city, you don't go there. You stay away. What are you thinking? But of course, they're teenagers. Hey, they want some adventure. It's their senior night. They're going off to college. Their lives are about to change forever. So they decide this is going to be a good idea to go out there. And of course, it is not a good idea. But off they go. And immediately, I love this book because of the characters. They were presented in such a way that it reminded me of one of those 80s slasher movies. You had the jock, you had the goth girl, you had the reasonable-minded girl, you had the couples. Brittany was like a blonde, rich kind of girl, and of course you had the brainiac, the guy that's too smart for his own good, and he's kind of like an outsider to all these people. They just had the cast of characters that you're used to seeing in a horror movie, and I just love that right off the bat. But this book does subvert and twist that slasher genre, because once they get out there and they get inside and they figure out how to turn on the power to this old abandoned carnival/circus, right away, things just start happening, and things are going to get bloody really quick. There are going to be body parts flying everywhere. There are going to be throats cut. There are going to be chases and going on as people try to escape their attackers. But here's the thing about the book. Even though you have all these characters who are real people, the book basically centers on a group of 4 teenagers who many years ago went on a killing spree inside that circus. But they made a deal with the Queen of Hell, They found a book of spells, and of course, as you are wont to do, they made a deal with this queen of hell. And the deal is this: they are dead, kinda, but one night a year, they're sort of alive. I mean, they're still dead, but they come back as flesh and blood characters. And only on that night can they experience feelings and things that a real person would. Now, they're not zombies, and they're not really ghosts. They're something in between those two, I guess you can say. Well, not zombies, but they're kind of like between ghosts and living people for that one night. And whoever gets the highest kill count on that particular night gets to leave for a year, gets to leave that carnival for a year. The rest are trapped inside forever. But the one person every year that gets the highest kill count gets to leave for 1 year and experience life as a real human teenager. Their senses are a little bit dulled. They don't have to eat. They don't have to sleep or anything like that. But they have to spend that year trying to get 9 sacrifices, 9 more people to come back to that carnival for the next year. And then the ritual begins again. Because if that doesn't happen, and they don't get those 9 sacrifices done, then the deal they made with this queen of hell is that they will all be sent to hell, literal hell, for the sins they committed when they were alive. And it's just a mind-blowing, twisty take on that genre, and I loved it. But as much as we get to know the living characters, the kids from the party bus, we get to know them in spurts and a little bit about their background. But what I really love about this book, what really makes it interesting to me, is that we find out more about the bad guys, about the killers, about the murderers, and their background. And this author makes you feel sympathetic for the bad guys. And how do you justify that? I mean, there's a couple there that are boyfriend and girlfriend. They love each other very much, and you can sense that love and that commitment to each other, even though they're not really alive. But they have that one night a year that they can see each other, and but they have to devote it to the game, to killing the most people that have been brought there from the year before. And but what they suffered and what they went through when they were alive to get them to this point is very sad and very harrowing. I just love that twist, because it made me feel like they're doing these horrible things to these innocent kids, but their lives before were such that I felt sympathetic toward them. And right at almost not too far into the book, there are a couple of great twists that I didn't even see coming. And I really appreciated that, because that let me know right away, well, nothing in this book is going to be as it seems. Like, you can't trust what you're thinking as you're reading, because you never know when this author is going to turn it around and twist it on its head. At one point, the person, I'm not going to give it away, but the person I thought was going to be the final girl, and she was kind of the main focus of the first part of the book, she just doesn't make it. And that surprised me, because I thought, this is going to be the final girl. She's going to make it out of there, and she's going to be the badass. Nope. And there's another person, one of the other teenagers, that is absolutely not what they claim to be. And you're going to have to find out about that for yourself, because you have to read this book seriously. And I just loved everything about it, man. I like I said, I finished it in one sitting. It's an old throwback to those 80s slasher films, but it subverts that genre and really gives you some things that are different, things that are unique in the horror book world. And it's written so fast-paced and so well that you just keep turning page after page after page, and you're not even aware of it. And all of a sudden, I'm at the end going, "No, I just wanted more. I wanted more." But the story was told, and it was told very well. I thoroughly enjoyed this book, man. it just gave me goosebumps because I love them type of movies, and like I said, that as I was reading the movie that I saw, it was playing in my head the whole time, and if it ever got made into a movie, I would definitely go see it. That's all I'm saying, because it was that good. Give me them throwback books. I love them. Now, there are several other books in that Rewind or Die series by different authors. I'm going to go back and try to find all of those, because if this is any indication, that is going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to get my hands on them. So yeah, definitely buy this book. Pick it up. It's a quick, fast-paced, fantastic read that's just a lot of fun, not for the characters. And it wouldn't be a lot of fun if it was happening in real life, because that would make me a psycho. But as far as reading a horror book, I don't know where else you're going to have that much fun reading. I'll leave a link down below to the Amazon page if you want to purchase it from there. I'll also leave a link down below to my Twitter. Come on, be a twit with me. Come on, we'll be a twit, we'll be a twat, we'll be whatever you want to be. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. I appreciate it. And until we meet again, keep reading spooky, my friends.